Oh, Moon and Aries. Moon and Aries people. These people are definitely more direct when they're emotional. They won't hide shit as much. You know, some people ain't always emotional, right? So when they do get emotional, they'll seem like more confrontational, more loud, more like, why the fuck did you do this to me? I thought we were, this and that. They'll start to get a little more out of sorts, if you will. They'll start to get more, in your face, more loud, because you weren't hearing them. Like I said to do this, I let you do this for a while, but now you have pissed me off. You have pushed it too far. Now I have to get aggressive. Now I have to get angry with you. I didn't want to do that, but you have forced that on me because you didn't listen or you didn't pay attention to me enough. So now I'm getting loud and, angry with you. This person's also not just that, though. They can also be, kind of, magical in a sense. Maybe don't use magic, but, they have a certain pizzazz about them, a certain, spark of, brilliance every once in a while, too. There's a positive to, moon sign, too, not just negative. People think emotional, they think negative, and it is, but sometimes it's not. So, and I ain't saying that you should be emotional. I ain't saying that. This is mostly towards females. You know, presenting yourself that way, getting angry, out of sorts, that's not a good thing to do if you have a moon in Aries, right? And even for guys, but sometimes you have to just do it because, that's letting somebody know that you actually have deeper feelings for them or whatever. And maybe they were doing that to you to make you like see that, oh, this person actually has themselves. They actually do have some type of a soul inside of them. I thought you didn't care. For somebody who's like attacking this person or didn't listen to that person, I thought you didn't care. I thought you didn't have deeper feelings towards me or this situation. You know, and sometimes people play games with that person, but then sometimes they just do it because they like, going through it and they're like, God damn, this shit is fucked up. I do not like this. They'll get loud and tell you exactly what the fuck's going on. They won't hide or sugarcoat anything, and they will be loud about it too. This is a moon sign. Um, and then like people see it and they're like, damn, this man, this female's out of sorts. This person is, really pissed off right now. Something must have happened to them. What like triggered that? That type of thing. If they have any type of care or like can see somebody else and be like, oh fuck, that's going on. But I said there's a positive to this too. That these people who are actually around you in your life and care about those deeper emotions you have will be like, damn, you can be so passionate when you're like that. You know, that can, work towards, certain things happening. We know about, sexual energy over here too, non-sexual as well, after things are said and done, if you're with somebody you got to care about, you can actually, create a funner experience. But that's for people who, know how to turn the moon sign into a positive thing, not a negative thing. I know people don't like hearing that, but, it's not always, negative, but it mostly is. You don't want to be in your moon sign all the time. But some people are just more emotional and shit, so they can get out of sorts. But I wouldn't say that personally. Even if like I know extroverted moon because this is extroverted yellow moon. So when I see a person like this, if I know your moon sign is in Aries, I see you with yellow shooting out of your eyes. That lets me know that you're a person who's really passionate, really direct, authoritative, even when you get angry. Angry because people weren't understanding you on a deeper level, weren't hearing you right, weren't taking notes about you correctly. But try to stay cool and keep that fire in you alive at all times, because you do sometimes need to get in somebody that. Sometimes you do need to attack somebody like that. Sometimes you do need to get loud. And you do need to be like that. So that is Moon and Aries. But be cool on the corner still.